and welcome to the Celestial Tea Podcast.
I'm Love.
And I'm Tylen.
And we're two Los Angeles-based astrologers and witches serving up the cosmic tea about your favorite celebrities, musicians, and artists.
As always, if you enjoy our hot takes and breakdowns, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you stream, share with your friends and fam, and follow us on all the socials.
So if you're a pop culture baddie, tune in, get your cup of tea, and get ready to sip from the stars.
Hello. Hey!
Welcome to another episode of the Celestial Tea.
The tea is hot.
Take your chance. The tea is scorpionic. The tea is funny.
Alluring.
The tea is weirdly sexually attractive to a lot of people.
I like how you said weirdly.
The tea, well...
Yeah, I feel you, yeah.
The tea is from Staten Island today.
There's a little bit of a sass in the tea.
Yeah, it's like, you will read the title, so you know who it is, but can you guess who it is? I wish we could, hide the title and then be like, guess. My Gemini Mercury makes everything into a game. Just guess. It's fun. Poor Frankie. Okay, so today we're covering Pete Davidson.
Yes, Pete Davidson.
Another Jewish New Yorker. I promise not all of them will be Jewish New Yorkers, but...
Every single episode is a Jewish New Yorker.
Not Pedro Pascal.
Okay, yeah.
Thank God. My goodness. And half of their cast is... from London, but then Ebon is also from New York. So,
yes.
New York just be putting out real baddies. Just actors, actresses, talented people.
It's true.
I don't know what to say. I'm biased.
Yeah.
My family's from there. Okay, so we're covering Pete Davidson. Why are we covering Pete Davidson?
He just released a movie.
That Tylen has seen.
Yes.
So we are... in the pocket, one of us has seen the movie. So tell us.
I don't like horror movies, to be honest.
What's it called?
It's called The Home.
Okay.
He kills this role, though, y'all. He kills this role. So if you are into horror movies, you will like this movie.
Is it like a psychological thriller or like...
Yes.
Okay.
There's lots of... twist, and you have a very satisfying feeling when you get towards the end, which is something that I really appreciate in movies, which we talked about with the Sinners movie, right? Like when he comes in with the gun for all the KKK members. It's so satisfying.
Healing.
So
beyond satisfying, healing to the soul.
Yes.
It's chicken soup for the soul.
So you get a similar vibe with this movie. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it.
But what's the plot? Like if we were to watch the trailer.
Okay, so he is adopted and he loses his older brother. So that's the vibe. And he's getting into some trouble, so he is forced to essentially be a worker at a nursery home.
Oh, okay.
And
that's the home in question.
Yes, that's the home. But there's some fucking happening in the
Okay.
home.
Okay.
And it takes you to a place where you're like, what the fuck? I was not expecting this to be what was going on. It's giving cult vibes.
Okay. This sounds like a great role for him. He has a Scorpio stallion.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is why seeing his chart, I'm like, of course he killed this role.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into his chart.
Okay. Don't watch this movie, though, if you have a weird thing with things getting into your eyes and that freaks you out.
Oh, Frankie has that. I'm gonna make him watch it.
This movie is not good for you if you hate things like needles poking your eyes.
Controversial hot take. If you want to do exposure therapy and get rid of your weird thing about things in your eye, watch
this movie.
That's what I do to Frankie. I'm like, just watch it. You'll be fine. I literally like open my eye and I'm like, touch my eye, and he's like, oh. I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
No. That freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie, for gore parts in horror movies, Josh will just look over to me and be like, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's okay.
I'm like eyes wide open. I'm like, let me not miss it.
I did. Actually, for some of the parts of the home, I did close my eyes.
You're one of those.
Yeah, I don't like gory stuff.
I love it.
But Pete Davidson, seriously, you did kill this role. So doing more horror movies, I feel like is right up your alley.
Yeah, because he's known for comedy.
Yeah.
And drama. So, yeah. He's stepping into a new phase. All right, so go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like that's one of his gifts, though, is taking things that are scorpionic, the depths of what is perceived as darkness, and pouring light onto it, pouring humor, pouring
Yeah, because his drama stuff is like he's in like a shitty situation, or he's a shitty person, and then he has character development, and there's like comedy in it. Yeah. Yeah,
that's one of his gifts. So let's look at his chart.
Let's dive under the waters of Scorpio.
So
into the depths of the ocean.
So he doesn't have a confirmed birth time, but the internet is very like there's like one time that I kept seeing is like, oh yeah, this is the confirmed but not confirmed birth time.
Okay. So you're like, take it what you will.
Looking at it, I was like, I could totally see this as a confirmed birth time. So with this chart, he is, yes, Scorpio sun, whole Scorpio stellium, which we'll get to, Taurus moon, and Gemini rising. Can you see it? The Gemini rising?
I could totally see. So, okay. There's this weird trend that I've seen of Scorpio Gemini. Like, I know people who date who are like Scorpio Gemini, and there's like this, it weirdly works. Like, I feel like because Gemini's like, I want to know all the things, I want to talk about all the things, and Scorpio's like, I want to go to the depths, I don't want surface level things, or like, I'm kind of quirky, or I'm kind of weird, or different, and Gemini's like, I'm into that, like, I can be into whatever. I feel like it weirdly works. Yeah. Like, this energy, it's like, I don't know, I keep getting a visual of like Starburst. It's like the, you know the really controversial and kind of racist commercial that they had where it was like one contradiction eating another. Yeah. It's like that.
I could totally see it because Scorpio energy, it does want to explore the depths, and Gemini, yes, it has a trickster quality to it, but it's here for any conversation. Yeah. Gemini will go there.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I see a lot of astrology posts on Instagram talking about how Geminis want to appear mysterious and then just like word vomit their entire life story. I have like a low-key Gemini stellium. I have my Gemini and Venus and Mercury. I never want to be mysterious. I never want to be a closed book.
I wouldn't say that Gemini energy gives mysterious vibes.
Like, they want to be mysterious, but then they aren't. Yeah. That's what people say. But I've never wanted to be mysterious. Maybe it's like the flirty thing, like you want to seem like alluring or something. Yeah. So that's why I feel like Scorpio and Gemini get along well, because Gemini's like, I'll talk about it, I'll be honest, I'll put it out there, and Scorpio's like, I need to know the truth. Like, don't lie to me, don't hide anything from me. I can't feel safe unless you tell me all the stuff. And so that's why I feel like they get along really well.
Yeah. And I could see that in his chart. So I was like, you know what? We're going to just roll with this. Gemini rising, it is. Yeah. So it feels aligned, which means that his chart ruler is Mercury in Scorpio in the 6th house. And this is where then he has this whole stellium. So just to give y'all the whole picture, he has Venus retrograde here in Scorpio, his North Node here in Scorpio, his Sun here, Hera here, Nessus here, Jupiter here, Eros here, and Pluto here. It's a lot. It's a lot happening.
And 3 of those were asteroids that you were talking about.
That I work with.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm seeing themes too, because we covered Jax's chart and he had Nessus and Pluto as well that were big themes. And he's diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and so is Pete Davidson. So I'm trying to recognize these patterns with my ADHD. So
yeah, I feel like if this is true and Pete Davidson is a Gemini rising with all of the Scorpionic energy in the 6th house, it does indicate a heavier emphasis in this lifetime around health and healing, connecting to his body.
Yes.
That's why we're seeing a ton of articles. He's talking about like how he's regretted getting certain tattoos and he wants to get them removed.
Yeah, he went through sobriety. Yep. He has Crohn's disease.
Yep.
He has bipolar disorder. Like, that's like a lot of... So, to break it down for those who are like, what? The 6th house is not just the house of like what you fill your time with, meaning like your job or your day-to-day or your routines, but it's also your health and your wellness.
Yes.
And our routines greatly influence that. So often when people have like really heavy placements there, it can indicate health problems that they'll have, like chronic illnesses, or even parents that have chronic illnesses or early, like death early in life and stuff like that. So him having all of that intense Scorpio energy doesn't surprise me. The bipolar one totally makes sense, having Pluto there.
Yes.
And Nessus.
Yes. The 6th house is also the house of rituals and routines. And so that's something that's really important for Pete in this lifetime, to have rituals and routines.
The sobriety steps, and that's going to really help him. Yes. Being very structured with his health and wellness.
And having an environment that is not chaotic.
Yes.
Like, if Pete's environment, if things around him are unorganized, I'm saying this also because he has Chiron and Virgo in his 4th house, so this is a place of wounding. If he has things that are just chaotic and scattered around him, that is going to affect the work that he does. And if this is true and he does have the 6th house stellium, then the work he does in the world is so important for his soul. That is how he is of service to humanity. By going to the depths of the darkness, taking these things that are perceived as taboo and mysterious and putting them out into the light.
Yeah. And he's been, like you said, on this kick of like removing all of his tattoos this year. That is so 6th house Scorpio. He's like, I'm going to... He literally was quoted as saying something like, I want a clean slate. I want a fresh slate. That's... Scorpio rules over transformation and death and rebirth. And he's literally saying, like, I'm shifting internally, and I want to show that externally, that, like, I want to look in the mirror and see a new me, a different version of me. He's literally, like, turning from butterfly to caterpillar in this act. I'm not, like, saying he's going to be, like, a butterfly in terms of, like, he's going to look better because he doesn't have 2 tattoos. Yeah. I have a bunch of tattoos. I like tattoos. But for him, for his journey of health and wellness, this is probably really important for him to see himself in a different way.
Yes, super important. And it is a part of his journey to move through transformation throughout his lifetime.
That's like the biggest theme for him.
Yes.
Having a stellium. So a stellium is having 3 or more major placements.
And he's got hella placements.
How many major placements does he have?
So
1, 2,
Venus,
3.
Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, Pluto.
Yeah, like...
And North Node. 6.
So many. So he's all about, like, so much of his soul is here to constantly transform, to, like you said, go to the depths and find the meaning in it, the truth in it, the healing in it, whatever he needs or wants to share with the world.
Yes. And speak to the taboo. Speak to what everyone in the room is feeling but doesn't have the courage to say.
And he's so controversial. Like, he has just been on record and started beefs with people just because he says it like it is. He's like, sorry to say, this is how I feel. Like, calling it out, I don't like you, or this or that. And that's definitely the vibe of this Scorpio stellium that he has is like,
yeah,
we were all thinking that this person was a piece of shit. I was just willing to say it. That's his Gemini. I was just willing to say it.
And he's not afraid to take up space in that way, with Jupiter conjunct his sun, and then Pluto providing that level of intensity on his sun. Yeah. And then it comes through in a way that's passionate with arrows there.
Yeah.
So he's not holding back.
Yeah. And it makes sense to, like, I also feel like, because Scorpio naturally rules the 8th house of like taboo and occult and transformation and all these things. I have my sun in the 8th house, and a theme for 8th house placements, if you have any, is this energy of being non-judgmental, of being feeling like you can be a safe space for others to open up about their deep, dark secrets. And so I feel like that makes, I'm just thinking about like the women he's dated in the past and his like relationships and his vibe and stuff. Like, I feel like he's able to just be like, take me as I am, I'll take you as you are type of energy. Like, I feel like he's drawn to other controversial, like he dated Kim Kardashian. She's like one of the most controversial women of our time.
Well, Scorpio energy is always seeking deeper truths. Scorpio energy is intense and penetrating. Yeah. I like to think about Scorpio medicine in 2 ways. One, like an ancient well. It just goes and goes to the depths. You can't even see the bottom. It's always seeking more and more and more.
Just ends at the underworld.
And then the other way I see Scorpio energy is, because it's a fixed water sign, I see it like a fireman's hose, where the water is held, it's contained, but it has a powerful force to it. And that is because Scorpio, if we look at the zodiacal wheel, Scorpio is the only sign that has a natural weapon attached to it, the scorpionic sting, which then indicates what you were sharing earlier, the medicine of transformation, because it has the destruction piece added into it, which inherently comes with rebirth. It's a cycle.
Technically a bull would have horns for Taurus.
Well, Aries also has the rams, but it's not a medicine. It's not a symbol of destruction like the scorpionic sting.
And then Sagittarius, it's technically not like a natural weapon. It's like the archer is like you're holding it. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah. I understand.
Fact check me, y'all. Yeah. The tea is hot.
the judgment.
Actually, I love that you keep saying judgment, because his guardian angel has to do with that, which we can circle back.
Not
to
me
the guardian
being
angel,
focused
so.
like it. Okay, so what is it like? What do you think it's like for Pete Davidson to have a 6th house Scorpio stellium, having all of those placements, all like communicating? He has like some that are conjunct, but communicating with each other.
Yeah, he does have a lot that are conjunct. His Mercury and Venus are conjunct. His North Node is conjunct his Sun, as well as Jupiter, Pluto, and Hera conjunct his Sun, and Eros as well.
Okay, so let's break down like the Mercury and Venus Scorpio conjunct.
Let's start with Mercury, because if he is a Gemini rising, that would indicate that Mercury is his ruling planet. Right. So Mercury is the archetypal energy of how we express, how we communicate, how we think, how we perceive the world. Mercury is the great alchemist. Mercury is a psychopomp traveling between the realms, the messenger. So that then indicates how we express ourselves and communicate. So Mercury in Scorpio, I always see this as the great detective frequency, where it's a probing mind. It sees beyond the veil. And that is because Scorpio, again, is such intense, penetrating energy that it is able to read in between the lines.
And that makes for a great comedy writer, a great, like, dark comedy writer.
Exactly. And so, like I was saying earlier, he does have this capacity, being a Mercury Scorpio, to speak to the taboo. And it's exciting for him. Like, there's pleasure in that. Yeah. And like exploring,
like being on like a regular show would be boring for him. He would be like, I don't want to just be on like, I don't know, like The Good Place or something. It's like, it's too nice.
Too nice. And it's also like, in a way, because he has a Taurus moon, which the moon exalts in the sign of Taurus, and his south node is also there. It's like he's kind of been there, done that before.
With the comfortability. Yeah, he's like, I'm here for change. I'm here for
And I
risk.
actually love that, because it does indicate then that he is emotionally regulated, even if he's exploring consciousness with drugs. But it does sound like he's taking that serious and taking care of his health, right?
Yeah,
like,
becoming sober. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that, because I feel like with the Taurus moon, it's a very stabilizing energy for him to then go to the depths, right? So if the moon is in Taurus, that's a moon placement that can be very secure. It's a very grounded energy within your emotions, and obviously that is in opposition to some of these 6th house scorpionic placements. But
so it gives him a little bit of stability as he's going to the depths.
Yes,
a little bit of a support system.
But I love what you said of he's not really here to be in a comfortable position.
No.
Like,
we've seen he's changing and changing and changing. Like, we looked up his history. Like, his father died when he was young. He acted out. He had a lot of trauma from that.
And actually something about that, if he is a Gemini rising, that would indicate then that during that time, 9/11, that was when Saturn was transiting through Gemini and would have been transiting through his first house.
And his father was a firefighter who died in 9/11. So, astrology. And
also with the 12th house moon, because of that, I feel like he's someone who has an emotional tie to what is behind the scenes, right? Because the 12th house is connected to the realms beyond the physical. And so oftentimes when the moon is placed in the 12th house, this does indicate psychic qualities. And then Scorpio is also hella psychic. So Pete, I feel like you are very psychic, and you come off to the world with this humorous quality to you, but I feel like behind the scenes you're actually so intuitive and so psychic.
And they say, like, if Scorpio rules over the occult, so like people who have strong Scorpio placements, they understand occult or supernatural topics because they've dealt with them in other lifetimes, or it just makes sense because they're born with this gift. Like Penn Badgley is also Scorpio stellium, I think. And he's like, I believe in astrology. It just makes sense. Why wouldn't it be real? It's like that type of thing where it's like, he might not be an astrologer, but he, as a Scorpio person, understands that these things are real and that they're important and that they have merit. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pete was like, oh, I have a tarot reader or like a psychic that I see regularly, or like I believe in it, or especially like you're saying with the 12th house moon, like maybe he has dreams that are like telling him messages or things for sure.
He's a natural medium. That's what I was feeling looking at his chart, and I feel like it is a lineage gift for Pete, and he probably from a very young age saw spirits and had a level of sensitivity to the realms beyond the physical.
And I'd be curious too, because it says that he grew up Catholic, so sometimes people just from religious trauma and conditioning don't even tap into that stuff because it's like, no, it's the devil and all that. And he's so like, I don't give a shit with all his Scorpio placements. So I'd be interested in if he was one of those kids that's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I used like the Ouija board, or like I did the Bloody Mary thing in the mirror, or something like that. I
could so see that for Pete.
He's like, I'll use it alone. I don't care.
There's so much power when he trusts his intuition and he trusts the psychic information that is coming through. And I feel like if he is a Gemini rising ruled by Mercury and Scorpio, he could just sit down and channel, because Mercury also rules over writing. I feel like he could just sit down.
Maybe he channels his creative projects.
Exactly. And they're from like spirits or other energies that have messages that want to come through specifically to Pete, because Pete is a channel that is open to receive. And a lot of mediums are like this, where they are bright shining lights to the spirits around, because it is truly a lineage gift to be a medium and have access to that.
Hi.
So yeah,
I'm a medium.
it's a lineage gift, and I do you see it in Pete? I mean, that's what I feel like that is what it's like for him.
I think the death of his father at an early age maybe turned him off to a lot of that potential. Mm-hmm. And I think he maybe channels a lot of his gifts more into his creative ideas, because that's a safer place. But the theme of not being comfortable, perhaps he would be interested in it at some point in his life.
But what if it activated that for him, losing his father at such an early age, to build a connection? I think
he had communication from his father as a young kid, and maybe that's what contributed to the intense trauma that he experienced. Like, seeing your dead father when you're 8, you know, because his dad passed away at 7, like 8, 9, 10, like, that's scary. That's crazy, you know? It hurts.
Yeah, and that speaks to Chiron in his 4th house.
The wounding and the healing, and that's taking up space in the family, right? And he's having a child right now, so that's great that he's doing that. With Mars transiting through there right now. I feel like he gets, the dream thing came through for me already. I think he gets visions. I think he gets confirmations, is what they were saying. Like, he might ask about a certain project or a certain thing, and then he'll get a confirmation in his dreams if it's meant for him or not, or if he should do it or not.
Yeah, because with the Taurus energy, that's a very practical frequency, and he also has Athena and Persephone on his moon as well, and Athena is the strategist. Yeah. So then that would indicate what you just said of, okay, it's good for me to go ahead and do this thing.
I'd also be curious if him self-medicating through drugs, because maybe it helped him get closer to seeing things.
That's a South Node, right? Because Taurus is connected to the earthly realm and to herbs and substances. Yeah. And in Taurus, sometimes, especially with the moon there, because the moon is exalted, it can be an overindulgence of the earthly realm.
And I find anyone who has major earth placements like sun, moon, or rising, they usually like fuck around with weed or herbs or things like that. So they're
especially Taurus.
Taurus placements love weed. Yeah. Taurus Venus, Taurus Moon, Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising. Let's do a poll. I'm asking for a friend. Do you have Taurus placements? Do you smoke weed? Do you like weed? No, and that they mentioned that as like a thing for him, that he, when he was becoming sober, about like he used it to help treat his Crohn's disease. Yes. Because Crohn's disease is like you have like major like stomach issues, and it's hard to eat and all these things. So weed helps people with nausea and holding down food. My Scorpio ex has Crohn's disease. So I have firsthand experience with this. I feel like he maybe saw a lot of things when he was under the influence, or experienced a lot of things when he was under the influence. And I feel like he maybe even took things to connect on intentionally. I weirdly, since you're asking me psychically, I think that he saw Mac Miller. Yeah. Because he was engaged to Ariana Grande when he passed away, when Mac Miller passed away. So I think he was visited by him.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's a natural medium. It's just something within his vessel.
But again, their spirit is saying he channels the essence of different people or beings through his work more so than in his life.
Because of the 6th house stellium. Yeah. It's in a way how he is of service.
Yes. I think that spirits speak to him. He might not be consciously aware that they're spirits, but I think that they speak to him to help him with his writing, like for an intention.
Yes. Yep. This is also an interesting place for a stellium too, because this is often related to what we were just talking about, like the connection to the earthly realm and to medicine. And so this can sometimes mean past lives as a doctor, as an herbalist, as a shaman, as someone facilitating healing ceremonies. So but I feel like Pete also has like a shamanic vibe to him.
I do see that.
Yeah.
But with the Scorpio, I see him like killing people in a past life.
Well, the Venus placement, okay, so to the ancients, the sixth house also was because of the place of service. It was also related to the energy of slavery. And so with Venus there, Venus being the energy of fairness and justice, this can be a past life indication of someone who broke the chains of people in places of oppression, like Venus bringing the fairness and the justice. So I actually feel like he brought more justice than, but I can see what you're saying with the Scorpionic killing, because maybe the killing was coming
it doesn't feel
from
like
a place of like bringing the justice in.
Yeah,
like
it doesn't feel like he was like a serial killer, but it
yes.
feels like maybe he was like an executioner.
I could see that. I could also see him being someone who, yeah, would utilize those intense methods of literally destruction to kill off people that weren't not operating from a place of fairness and justice.
Yeah,
so
to liberate others or to
yes, that's the Venus in the sixth house. So if you have this placement, that is something that is encoded within your soul to bring the justice and the fairness to people that have been in positions of oppression. Yeah. So yeah, I could totally see that.
So what else in his...
And we actually see that in the movie The Home. So that's a theme. That's a theme.
Okay, so I want to talk about the North Node, Sun, and Jupiter, you said are all conjunct?
Yeah.
No wonder he's famous.
North Node, Sun, Jupiter, Pluto, Hera, Eros.
I just want to say 3 things. I think that a lot of Scorpio people love tattoos. Scorpio placements love a good tattoo. Every person that I meet that's like strong Scorpio tattoos. Like I have Scorpio North Node as well. I'm just like Pete, but mine is flopped. I'm 12th house North Node and 6th house South Node. So finally a celebrity that would probably get along with me.
But it's interesting that he's like wanting to get some of the embarrassing ones removed. I think that is so fitting for the
growth and
house.
The transformation of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to say like he looks like Scorpionic because
for sure.
Whenever I think of Scorpio, I think of like vampires, like dark eyes, dark features,
he's, like pale
intense,
even.
Pale skin, like intense eyes, like looking like mysterious or
but
like they can kill you.
Gemini rising qualities,
which is
like
more
very lanky and
skinny,
adaptable
lanky,
looking. Like, that's why when
he has a nice smile.
Pedro, I was like, I don't know, if Pedro's a Gemini rising.
No, I don't think he looks Gemini at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so there's that, but like that's crazy having your North Node, your Sun, and your Jupiter conjunct. Like he was born to be big in this lifetime. He was born to fulfill his purpose.
Yes.
And when you have your Sun and your North Node conjunct, it's like just be you, be all that you can be. Like G.I. Joe, be all that you can be. Like his purpose is like double amplified because our Sun is also where we're supposed to be shining, where we're supposed to be sharing with the world too. Yep. So it's like not only is his soul's purpose and his life's purpose are the same in this lifetime. And he's supposed to be like really stepping into that. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck and prosperity. So it's like Jupiter's like bigger, more.
Take up more space.
Yes.
Especially in the realms of the mystery and the taboo.
Which is why I think that he has all these controversial things, but like it's not ruining his career at all because he's meant to keep going, keep taking up space, keep saying the thing that no one wants to say, keep provoking, keep transforming. And so I think he's like, honestly, it's been really interesting because I feel he was very popular and big in SNL. And then he kind of was like, I feel like we didn't see him for a minute, and then like he popped up in certain movies and things, but he already got famous, so he doesn't need money. And then we would see him pop up for like controversy or for like dating someone controversial or, you know, doing different things like that. So I feel like just like everything he does is kind of in this vein of like, it's not just in his career, like how we were seeing for like Adam Sandler, where it's like mostly just in his career. It's like everything for him is controversial. Anything could be that.
Yes, I love what you brought up about the relationship dynamics being so intertwined, because Scorpionic energy, if we think about fixed water, it desires to merge. Like the quality of Scorpio, if Scorpio medicine doesn't trust you, it can come off like very mysterious. That's where we get the like, oh, got the hood on.
They don't want to open up because they can't trust you.
But the what's underneath that is the desire to merge emotionally and to have those deeper connections. Yeah,
like they want that depth of connection. Yes. They want like a vampire. They want to feel like, you know, like I'm reliant on you for your blood to survive, to live. Yes. You know, like they want that kind of really codependent
So it makes sense that a lot of his career is highlighting also the relationship dynamics, who he's intertwined his energy with.
Yeah, because he has that one, the King of Staten Island, it's like it's about him and his mother. I mean, his character and his mother. It's like low-key kind of documentary as well. But, or not documentary, biography a little bit. But yeah, I feel like he has a lot of like stuff like that where it's like the relationship dynamics and how it's like affecting the character.
Yes. And I feel like once you're in his world, he is someone so loyal and protective. I feel like Pete really has a super protective side to him.
Yeah. I think, well, Scorpio is very loyal and protective. Like if you have gained their loyalty, you will have their loyalty for the rest of your life type of stuff, unless you betray them or you do some crazy thing. Like, I'm thinking there was, I know you haven't seen Love Island, but on season 6 of the US, Serena is a Scorpio, and she, like, some of the girls were doing crazy stuff. Like, she's a triple Leo. Leah was just, like, doing some stuff, and she was like, I support women, and I support women's mistakes. So I'm going to be here for my girl. I don't care if she's fucking up. I'm here for her. I'm not going to change sides, and I'm not going to just be over here because she did something wrong. I'm her rock. And I feel like that's the Scorpio energy, is like, I'm supporting you through any phase of your transformation. I'm not going to judge you for that.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, it's so interesting with the Jupiter Hera piece too, because Jupiter and Hera are known as the king and the queen of the heavens, and Hera in particular, she has rulership over relationship dynamics and what we are looking for within love and long-term partnership. And so to have those two even in a conjunction with his sun does suggest that relationship dynamics in general are a big part of his life's purpose.
And his health and wellness. If he's not feeling good in his relationship dynamics, it's going to affect his mental health.
Exactly.
That totally makes sense.
Yes.
And like, I feel like the Pluto there is just like icing on the cake. The modern ruler for Scorpio is Pluto, because their themes and their energies are very similar. So Pluto is also this mystery, this transformation, this intuition, intense energy.
Yes.
So it's like a multiplier. It's like ×2 now. He just has like this intensity. But I love that you pulled the asteroids like Hera and Eros, because those are, like you said, very loving, very like welcoming. Because I feel like he's kind of intense, but his smile is very disarming.
Well, Hera is known as the frequency of charm. She rules over like societal, like the way that we fold our napkin, or the way that we
like etiquette.
Etiquette. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm like, where are you going with this? Napkins.
Yeah, so she has that piece, and she is the natural ruler of Libra and Scorpio, so that would suggest that she is domiciled then in his chart.
So she's loving
but
it.
then she's bringing more of the tantric qualities in the sign of Scorpio, and that's where we feel the merging, the desire to merge.
And I feel like Pete Davidson was very attractive. He was very hot. He had like a moment where everyone was like fucking into him.
Yeah, I kept seeing on TikTok like all the bi women being like,
I think he's kind of hot.
this is our type, like golden retriever guys or Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Or it'd be either Pete Davidson or Pete Davidson's best friend, MGK.
Ugh, he has like weird bad vibes.
Yeah.
They're best friends.
Yeah, they're best friends.
And
I feel like MGK is also a Gemini rising.
He has inappropriate things with underage children.
Okay,
I
we're
don't
gonna
like
move
him.
on. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like behind the scenes, they probably do have very like, wow, out there conversations, especially if
it's the same energy that I just said about
Mercury,
the Scorpio.
Yes,
you do
Mercury
something
and
bad, I'm
Scorpio.
still here for you.
Exactly.
MGK does not have a good track record. Still friends. I'm loyal to you.
Yeah, the loyalty piece.
Look, if he helps MGK, that's great.
That's great.
He needs some Jesus. You know the meme? He needs Jesus. He needs some milk. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry. It's a meme.
Didn't he just have a baby too? Or about to have a baby?
With
So
the
then
girl
have,
he
like,
divorced her though, right?
I don't. We need to keep up with pop culture. Having a pop culture podcast. People listening are like,
girl.
Y'all, yeah.
Okay, let me Google. Let Google.
Yeah,
I can't
because
believe
if that's the case, then Pete's baby, they'll be pretty close in age then, so they'll probably grow up little homies. That'll be cute.
He has 2 kids.
Yeah, he has a daughter, I know.
Yeah. I thought you're saying his newest kid, was it with Megan Fox, or
I
is
think
it with
so,
someone
yeah.
else? Okay, let's see. Of course, I spelled kids wrong. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know.
It says he has 2, but then they're only talking about his eldest kid, so I'm just like...
I think he just had one or is going to.
Oh, yeah, it was with Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Girl, the name is...
What?
Saga Blade Fox Baker? Is that real?
Yeah.
Sure. I know that's his last name is Baker, because his other
Yeah.
kid is named Baker, so... The last name.
Yeah, but they're like besties, so...
Yeah, their daughter's name is Saga Blade. Maybe it's one of those white people things where it's like, it's pronounced Sage or like something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're like, what is going on
child. I mean, Blade is kind of a cool name, but only if you have like Scorpio or Aries placements. Then if you're like a flower child, you're like a Pisces. Imagine being named Blade and you're a fucking Pisces. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess their kids are going to be close in age. They'll be like 1 or 2 years apart.
That's the point I was making.
Yeah,
I feel like...
we made it there.
Yeah.
We were on the roundabout for a while, but we came back.
Because I really do feel like Pete... I feel like you are going to be a really lovely dad, because I feel like you're going to be a parent who is willing to talk about the things that are difficult that most parents won't ever bring up with their child or like shove under the rug, and you're going to be someone who brings it up to the surface and has the hard, difficult, tough conversations, and that's only going to help your kid grow.
And like losing your father so young and then becoming a father can be very healing for the inner child, right? Like Pete Davidson's inner child will be like, these are the things that I wish I got to do with my dad, and now I'm going to be able to do that with my child, and I'm going to take that so seriously and understand from the absence of his father in his life, like what he missed, and highlight that for his child and be like, I'm going to be there in this way or that way. I feel like it can be a very healing experience to like sort of like return. I'm seeing like this wheel moving forward, you know, like it's cyclical, but it's a different position that he's in now. Yeah, so I think like that's gonna be really beautiful for him. And we were talking about this before we started the podcast. He's gone through a lot. He's only 31 and he's navigated sobriety,
so much trauma,
being engaged and breaking up with someone. He's navigated stardom, he's navigated chronic illness, mental illness. He's navigated a lot of different things already. So usually healers, right? We're talking about the shamanic qualities that he has. Healers tend to have the most intense lives because through their healing, through their traumatic stuff, they come back with medicine and they say, I've walked this path. I've walked through the flame. Let me help guide you through yours. So I think like he is, like you said, he's probably going to be like, it's chill, it's fine, like it's not a big deal, you know, like he's going to have so much medicine and perspective. Like
he'll talk to his kid about sex, about substances, about death. Like he's not going to be afraid to go to those places, and I think that that's going to make him such a beautiful parent. And then bringing his sense of humor in as well just adds like that cherry on top. Which
psychically, I think his dad is going to communicate more with him when he has his child.
Pete, I'm serious.
Please let me teach you intuitive development. I teach people intuitive development.
Your mediumship gifts if you have not already.
Oh my God.
And I understand why you wouldn't want to say that to us, to the public, but
hit me on the side, dude.
You are such an intuitive, psychic, old soul, Pete. You're an ancient soul. And you have so many gifts.
And having your South Node in the 12th house, like depth of knowledge of understanding psychology. The 12th house is the dreams, the unknown, the unseen realm, psychology, subconscious. Like he has all of this also. Like maybe he was a therapist in a past life or like a psychiatrist or something like that. I also see him like traveling worlds, being in different dimensions in past lives.
He gives like warrior energy too with the Athena piece.
That's why I'm seeing him killing people, you know? Like,
and Persephone too, going to another world.
To be frank, I was seeing him cut up body parts in like a medical outfit. So
he's had many lifetimes in the realms of medicine and healing. He just has. That's why I said he has a shamanic quality to him.
I see him like, what is it? What's the drug that people use? Opium. I see him doing like opium ceremonies or something, which was like super, super normal in the like industrial era in the 1800s, early 1900s.
And then doing like seance afterwards.
Shook. I would. That's crazy.
It's not. This is Pete we're talking about.
I mean, sure.
You're like, I mean, sure.
Anything is possible. I don't know all of his past lives. I didn't look into them. I try and be... It's like, what is the ethical line here? We're already tapping into him psychically. That's why I tried not to in the other ones, but I'm like, if you want me to.
This is a celestial tea, so I feel like we're delivering this information to y'all.
I'm like, you're just giving yourself an excuse to have permission to do this. You're like, it's because of our podcast. We're allowed to.
It is. How else are we supposed to give y'all the celestial tea?
I could do it psychically, but I don't know what the ethics is on that. I'm already doing it at this point.
You literally have already said so much about Pete. Okay, what is it? Spill the tea.
I'll wait for it to come. I'm waiting for it to come.
Okay.
I have... so there's levels to my psychic abilities. If I'm quickly tapping into someone's energy, that's what I'm getting, is that depth of stuff.
Yes.
But like also Scorpio North Node. But if I really wanted to see his past life, then I would like ask to see it. And okay, I'll ask if it's allowed to his higher self.
Yes.
Send it full send. If it's not, okay. That was a quick answer. I'll let it formulate. I don't want a lot of dead air. I'll speak up when it comes. I'm seeing a lot of grass okay, all of a sudden.
I know. I was gonna say I feel like he's someone who's spent also many lifetimes building healing sanctuaries and temple spaces, so he knows about how to take something and build it into a form. And also because of that protective energy, so I feel like he was someone that like protected land when people try to come in and conquer the land. Like, I feel like he has that level of strength within too. So,
but I keep seeing him as being a worker bee type person, not like a person in charge, but taking his work so seriously and treating it so sacredly. Yeah. Like, I keep seeing him in different lifetimes doing that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like he was literally like one of 30 that built the temple.
And then protecting it when people try to invade the land.
But teaching people, like, this is sacred. Don't do that. Don't treat it like this. Hey. You know, it's like that type of thing where it's like, you just cleaned your house. I don't know, Virgo placements. When I just cleaned my bed, like, I changed my sheets, all the things, and then there's, like, dog hair. I'm like, like, it's clean. Let's let it be clean. Yeah. You know, like that type of thing where it's like you clean the floor and then you spill something. You're like, no. Yeah. Like, I was seeing like that type of energy where it's like, let's keep it nice. Like, this is how you treat it. Don't be doing this to it. Don't be doing that to it. We need it to last a long time. Like, I feel like he understood like the importance of these things.
Maintaining the space.
Yes. Like, he understood this will be here for millennia. Let's treat it as such.
Exactly. And I think a lot of that too is the Chiron in the 4th house. This does suggest a soul who is highly sensitive and attuned, especially to the suffering of humanity, because having the great teacher and healer, the space of wounding and pain in your foundation, in your roots, gives your soul that layer of sensitivity to the suffering. And so that's also where some of that protective energy is coming from, is protecting what is sacred.
Yeah, I do feel the slavery piece. I see him not being a slave, but watching people who were enslaved and feeling like he was younger when he saw this in his past life and feeling like, what the fuck? Like, why? Exactly. And like feeling powerless to make a change, but still like, I see him getting smacked for saying something like that people should not be enslaved or something. Like, I feel like his father figure was very harsh on him in this past life. And I'm not sure if it's like American slavery or if it's like Holocaust, like genocide type vibes. Like, it's hard to tell because I'm not like sitting and doing a whole thing. But it definitely, I feel like he was younger when this happened, and he just like, I feel like his heart just was like broken like into 1,000 pieces. Interesting. I wonder his thoughts on these things, because I know one of his parents is Jewish. He wasn't raised Jewish, but so there could be that collective Catholic, trauma from that. Very interesting.
I could totally see Pete's soul as someone who attempted to create safe places. That's the Taurus moon, right? Like the energy of the lunar consciousness, of safety, of nurturance, on his south node, attempting to create these spaces of safety.
I keep seeing that too. Like, I see him like huddled with like another younger person being like, it's okay, and like trying, like, we're gonna be in secret together and escape this horribleness. And I think that relates to his Chiron in Virgo in the 4th house of like, because I also have Chiron in Virgo, but in my 10th house, so it's all about like taking up space. And so I feel like he was trying to create this space like in the home, in the lineage, wherever that was for him in these other lifetimes. And I feel like every time he tried to do what he felt was right, I see that as a theme. Like, every time he tried to do what was right, he got like in trouble or he got punished for it. Like, he's trying to do the healing, he's trying to create the safe space, and then it's like against society or against what was the norm, and he got punished for it. Like, he was like demonized for trying to do the right thing. But in like not in a revolutionary way, but in like that secret safe space way.
I
like
feel
a one-to-one.
in his consciousness, he knows these things already, because when you have the moon conjunct your south node, the south node is
you're aware
our past lives, it's things that we've mastered,
mm-hmm.
and then the lunar consciousness is literally the historian. Our moon holds the memory, and in the 12th house, which is the house of the unconscious,
all of the
I
memories
feel
of everything.
Pete already knows these things.
Yeah.
And
I think he also is he's fixing and healing the karma from his past lives. He carried that. I feel like I see him with a suitcase and full of this.
Maybe the feeling of pain that maybe he wasn't able to protect or save.
Yeah.
Some of these souls.
Yes. Yeah, I think they're, and I see them all as like, he felt this softness, and none of them have come up as lovers, but as friends. Like, just this, sometimes losing a deep friendship is worse than a lover, right? Like, that soulmate connection is still just as important in a friendship than a lover. And I feel like I seeing them all as kids, like the loss of life happening when it was a kid witnessing another kid die. Like, I just feel like it sat on his soul like a stain.
Yeah, that might be the moon too. Pete, you are really alchemizing so much of that pain in this lifetime through the work that you're doing.
Which makes sense why he's in such a public space where he's sharing stories and words and dark concepts and things. Like, it's a way for him to process, to heal, to share these stories in a way that maybe he's not putting it together. That's exactly what I did in my past life, but I feel like I need to do this, or it's important to me. Like, it just feels like it's something like that, where it's not like the exact same story word for word, but it's the feeling or the concept. I feel like he works a lot with feelings, like a vibe, like trying to articulate a vibe.
Yes. And it's so interesting because the movie we're talking about, The Home, that is out, a lot of these themes are quite literally in the movie.
It's like, what if I'm just channeling the movie the whole time?
Yeah.
You're like, that sounds really familiar. I mean, it's possibility.
And bringing up, more of the career piece. So he has his ruling planet, Mercury in Scorpio, in a trine to Saturn and Pisces in his 10th house.
Oh, dang. So we even have the same, like, Pisces. Oh, because he's only 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
So trining energy is positive energy. People say, because we've been talking about past lives, if you have trine energy, then you have mastered or worked through these placements in another lifetime. And so you get, like, this kind of positive, harmonious energy from it. Like, you're not working on it in this lifetime, so you get the blessing of it.
Yes. So for that, it would mean that he is utilizing his expression, his thoughts, his writing gifts to his career. And with Saturn in Pisces in the 10th house, this suggests that he really is here to be a figure of authority for his career space. That is Saturn.
Saturn in Pisces is also about boundaries.
Creating the limitations and constrictions around your art, right?
Yes.
So this is where, for Pete, it really does matter what he's doing on a day-to-day basis, what his habits, his rituals, his routines are, because that's only going to support what he's here to do with his career. And he's here to take his career seriously in this lifetime, having Saturn in the 10th house.
And also spirituality. That's a big theme for Saturn in Pisces, is using your spirituality to help through to establish this, like, Saturnian things of, like, structure and planning and order and goal achieving.
Exactly. This is also giving shamanic vibes to me, because Pisces is the realm of the mystical, this enchanting energy, and Saturn is really craving the boundaries, craving the constriction. And so this to me feels like how shamans hold a sacred container to go and travel into these dreamy ethereal realms, but then Saturn says, come back and integrate it. what did you learn from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm also noticing a theme. Let's explore. He has his midhaven, his MC.
Ninth house.
In his ninth house. So did Adam Sandler.
Well, we don't know that for sure. But.
Well, we don't know this for sure.
Yeah.
So we're just going to say, according to the records that we have, that we're working with, that we've adopted, that's the same. So I'm curious, like, maybe people are more likely to be famous if they have their midhaven in the ninth house.
Because it's a house of publishing.
Yeah. I just want to say that if you have your midhaven or your MC, they're the same thing. In the ninth house, you're probably here to put out a volume of work and be seen in a high frequency, high level way.
Yeah. And he's here to be seen for his originality. That's the energy of Aquarius. It's eccentric, it's progressive.
His quirkiness, his different, like, think of like what he looks like, having all these tattoos, looking the way that he looks, and being on SNL. Like, do you ever think that would happen? Crazy, right? But he's here to be his uniqueness. He's here to be the eccentric, different weirdo, and people are gonna love that.
Yes.
And I feel like he's just been that. He is that. I think that's why all the bi women are like, hell yeah. Because it's like the gamer guy vibe, you know?
It is.
It is. Like, they're like different, they're nerdy, they're a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Something else that I love about his chart, he has, like Adam Sandler, a Leo Mars in his third house.
Of third house is the house of Mercury.
Same thing, right?
Communication, thoughts, any kind of arts of communication.
There's a motivation to share your talents.
Yes, with the Leo, we want to take up that space.
And then something I love is that he has Ceres, the mother goddess Demeter, conjunct his Mars. So his movement, his drive is also infused with the nurturing qualities of the mother goddess. So what he's motivated to do in sharing his art with the world is also meant to be a nurturing force, right? Ceres is the agriculture goddess and makes things grow.
Which kind of makes sense if he talks about he has like movies or content or things that are going to the depths, because there's something healing and nurturing about watching maybe a similar situation play out and not have to experience it firsthand, but to see it have some kind of like ending or closure or growth or healing, right? Like, a lot of people will like to watch stories that show themselves and what they've gone through, and they find that like healing, you know. That's why we love to share stories, to commiserate with each other, because it's like, oh, I'm not alone. Oh, like, I can see like this, you know, seemingly like shitty person, and I'm thinking of like some of the stuff that he's done where it's like he's like a shitty guy and then he gets character growth. Like, that's nurturing to see that, to maybe people can see themselves in that.
That's a transformation piece too.
Yeah, he's putting those kind of together. And SNL is nurturing, right? Like, it's funny in a world that's heavy. It comments on politics and talks about the ridiculousness of things that we all experience, and is like, yeah, me too. Like, I also think this is dumb, you know? So. And
that's the square that we're seeing.
There's this natural tension.
The square is an aspect that indicates a friction piece within these archetypal qualities, but it's actually how we're here to be very productive. We can take that friction and utilize it for growth in this lifetime. And so clearly he's taking that drive to perform and to share and to communicate and pouring that into the work that he's doing, which is shedding light on these taboo subjects.
And I wouldn't be surprised if now, after his baby is born, he talks a lot about how being a father has transformed him, or how it changes him. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's why I'm saying I feel like he is going to be such a beautiful dad. And it's interesting that this is happening at the tail end of well, now we have Saturn in Aries, but Saturn will move back into Pisces, and it won't actually touch his natal Saturn because his Saturn is in the first decan here. But I feel like he's still going to be experiencing some final lessons, because I feel like we're experiencing our Saturn return the whole time Saturn is in the sign of our natal placement. Yeah. Even if it's not conjunct or anywhere near.
It's just maybe like, a little less intense or something.
It's less intense, but the energy is still there. And so I feel like there is...
You too, Pete.
Right? You too, yeah.
You fucking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll... Yeah, having that happen as his child is either growing or being born... totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And his partner, what was her name again? Elsie?
Elsie.
She's going through her Saturn return right now. Like, she's 29.
Yeah. So I pulled up a sample chart for her because we also don't have a confirmed birth chart at all. And I've never heard of this woman. I know nothing about her.
Yeah.
But just seeing her pictures, I'm gonna throw it out here. I feel like she's giving Libra rising. Did you see a picture of her?
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's giving Libra rising. She has a Pisces sun and a Virgo moon. So she was born under a full moon. And she has Mars conjunct her sun in Pisces.
Wow.
Which, if she is a Libra rising, that would make her sun and her Mars in her 6th house. Same as Pete.
Well, his Mars is not, but his sun.
Well, his sun, yeah.
And she's also going through, she'll maybe be affected by the retrograde of Saturn back into Pisces, because she's like a late degree.
Exactly. She definitely will be.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's totally on brand for having a child.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah. So, yeah, and for her having, if she is a Libra rising, her North Node would be in her 1st house, and her South Node, Aries, in the 7th house. So, I think that piece is interesting. There's also Chiron that's happening here on her ascendant, if this is accurate. This is why I'm like, can everyone just put their birth times?
Yeah, but there's a sacredness to looking at a birth chart, so I get it if they want privacy.
It's true.
But synastry of them together. Pisces sun, he has a 10th house Pisces, his career and legacy in this lifetime.
Supporting him with that.
Yeah, and perhaps his child is part of that career and legacy, right? Because our career... it's more our purpose, right? We in capitalistic society we say it's our career, but some people's purpose is to be a mother. Some people's purpose is to help their neighbor out, right? Like it's not always your job.
Yeah.
So that would also make sense that she sits in that part of fulfilling his legacy here. So having a child with him is a part of his legacy, right? Like that's not going to be undone or changed or anything. This is the person. This is the one. Now you're linked for the rest of your life, regardless, right? And they had their child. That was something that we wanted to talk about. They met March 2025. It is now the last day of July 2025. They haven't even been together, or they've been starting to dating. They didn't meet. They've been starting dating. So like they haven't even been together that like a year. Yeah. And they're already pregnant. That to me indicates a soul connection, a karmic connection. They were meant to have a child.
For sure.
Because I know a lot of people who've had that, and it just, if you don't embrace it, it just keeps happening with this person if you're meant to have this child. Like my parents. My mom had a couple miscarriages and abortions with my father before having me when she wanted to have me. But my little Aries moon was like, I'm ready now. And then they got divorced when I was 1. That's what they needed to do. They were married. They were together. They moved out here to California. They had me. They got divorced. That was their purpose of being together, was literally, some people, I've talked a lot about this, maybe not on the podcast, but some people, their purpose is just to have the child. That's the karmic contract. You know, because like, why would somebody get pregnant from a one-night stand? you're supposed to have that child together. That's the karmic contract. You didn't. I think it's kind of cool if you get pregnant from a one night stand because your souls were like, let's do this efficiently. We don't need to have a whole marriage and then get divorced. We can just have the baby's first day that we meet each other. We're in intense. And we're out. But I think that some people are like, why do my parents get together? It's like to have you. That maybe was the sole purpose, and that is it. Is to mix those two like DNAs together to have you, so that you can have whatever the things are that you are. Versus like some people, maybe they're supposed to be together to nourish each other, to be there for each other, to help each other transform and grow, and they're supposed to build a life together, start a business together. Like maybe they have a longer term marriage or relationship.
I feel like they both have 12th house moons, if it is the case that she is a Libra rising. And if that is the case, then her moon sits in his 4th house, which could be very comforting. It could be, that could also be like, yeah, we're here to have a family together.
I'm not saying they're only meant to have a child. I'm just saying like the fact that they have had a child very early into meeting indicates it was fated. That's what I feel. Because I've, from experience. I also know a woman that I used to work with, and she had the same thing. She was only dating this guy for a little bit, and they kept getting pregnant. She kept having to have an abortion, and she was like, I guess we're just meant to have this baby. Yeah. And then they split up shortly after having, like a month or two after having the baby.
Yeah. And with Pete's North Node being in Scorpio, I mean, he is here to explore the intensity of relationship dynamics and merging together with people. So
what better way to merge together than literally to fuse your genetics together in a human?
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you think he has a breeding kink?
God. I think that Pete is definitely very kinky. He's giving kinkster vibes.
Yeah, because I've seen some Scorpio suns, not a whole stellium, and they're pretty vanilla. But I think if you have all those other places, the Venus, Scorpio Venus, that's freak in the sheets.
I feel like Pete is definitely probably into some kind of kinky play. And I feel like Pete is probably a switch. He's giving switch vibes.
I feel like he's like, do what you want to me. Like, whatever you want to do.
But then I feel like he could also be a dom. That's why I'm saying switch.
Maybe.
Let us know, Pete. Are you switch?
I'm thinking about the women he's been with. I'm like, would they be... I feel like they would be more submissive. Like Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And Kim Kardashian. I feel like they'd be more submissive.
But I also feel like Ariana Grande and Kim both have a part of them where they could be dominant too. They're powerhouses. So, I don't know. Pete, I feel like you're giving switch vibes. You don't feel that?
Well, I said he'll be what you want him to be. So yeah. Like if you want him to be dominant, sure.
Yeah, it's because I think Scorpio has an understanding of the exchange of energy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's like a hot lover, is someone who reads the vibe and is like, I'll give you what you need or want without needing to communicate. That's the Scorpio energy for sure.
Yes.
And then we were reading like him and Ariana together coined the big dick energy. Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
Scorpio rules the genitals.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Jupiter on his sun.
And Pluto, I feel, is big dick energy for sure. Yeah. My Scorpio ex. It's true.
Pete Davidson has big dick energy.
It's like creepy because I'm always like, if I find out there's like Scorpio places, I'm like, what that dick look like? And it's like weird because it's like personal. It's like, who wants to just... Some people, actually, I was attracted to this one guy in high school who was like, I have a big dick. And everyone was like, okay, weirdo. He came the next day at school with a fucking dick pic and he was like, who wants to see? He was like, who wants to see? That's the kind of energy I'm into. He was diagnosed with bipolar too. I know how to pick on. Just horrible. I'm glad I've healed.
Yeah.
My goodness, the wounds of my childhood are intense. But yeah, that energy is true. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the equivalent for women is. Like, if you have just, like, a really beautiful vagina, if you have Scorpio placements, like, your vulva is, like, just, like, juicy? Like, does it taste better? I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm not sure, because you know, like, penises, it's like big, but it's like for like, do you have like a big vulva? Like, do you have like thicker labia? I don't know. Or like, is your vaginal cavity longer?
That's interesting though. I feel like with vulvas, it really is like every single one is a unique.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like,
but I'm just thinking like the themes, going with the themes of Scorpio, like, you know, like some of them are like thicker looking. I don't want to say the word fat, but that's what people call them, because I don't think it's like fat, you know. But like,
but it's interesting. I wonder what astrologers would weigh in on that. Like, what would y'all think?
You know, people who've had sex with a lot of women that know their zodiac sign, maybe you could let us know. I just haven't had enough Scorpio women partners to know.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna look up like what porn stars are Scorpios so that I can just, I'm like, it's for my job. It's for just like looking at shit.
I am curious though, like the woman piece.
Yeah, I've always wondered about it.
Because I could so see what you're saying about scorpionic placements, especially a stellium for a man, indicating big dick energy, and that might not even mean that his penis is large.
It's just you have this commanding like energy, charisma, intensity.
Yes.
Yeah, which is sexy.
And also like the desire piece, because Scorpio rules over desire.
Yeah, so you might have high sex drive.
Yes, and also the knowledge of how to provide the pleasure, which is also just as sexy.
Like a skilled lover.
Yeah. But for the woman, I'm like, what is the equivalent?
I mean, they could have all those pieces that you were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanna know the physical equivalent.
Yes. Yeah. So I could totally see these two being in that karmic contract, and
and if he is very psychic, maybe he just knew. Maybe he was like, "This the one." Signed, sealed, delivered.
I don't know about last.
No condom,
but because we are talking about celebrities here, and you know how celebrity relationships go.
Yeah, but fucking with no condom, that's pretty serious.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, "Do you think it's a breeding game?" I can't believe I asked that. I love it, dude. I'll talk about any topic.
I think he is kinkster vibes, though. For
like
sure.
What kink?
I think that he likes to play with the like switchy energy of.
I was seeing a paddle.
Yeah.
Like spanking.
Or like ropes.
Oh, you think he likes ropes?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I could see it.
I'm like, this feels weird. I'm asking spirit, like, what's he into? And it's like, should I know this? Is this inappropriate? I feel like he's one of those people where it's like he likes to create anticipation and like build up. Like, I just keep seeing him like smiling when the woman is like wriggling with like sexual pleasure and she's like begging for it. Like, I just keep seeing him like being really into that.
I feel like he also likes role play and being a different I mean, we see that with the work he does, right? But I feel like he also would bring that into the bedroom.
I'm seeing his stuff in here, and I don't know if I can say it.
Say it. This is the celestial tea.
I'm seeing it's like the kind of like man where it's like he's gonna be like, tell me you want it, and then like after you finish, he's gonna like taste it and like be like all into it and be like, tastes good. Yeah,
I could so see that.
That's what I'm into.
Are you getting a little crush on Pete Davidson?
I said earlier that he's hot. Okay, look, y'all. The bar is pretty high for me with most men. Yeah. Where the bar is just obliterated and there is no bar, if you have tattoos, I don't care if you have an ugly face.
Lots of tattoos.
If you have tattoos and you're like alt looking, I'm into it.
I'm into it.
If you're tatted up, if you wear like, you know, like black jeans with like Converse or Vans, you have like a chain hanging off of your pants, you look good in a t-shirt because your chest or whatever. I don't care how ugly your face is. It's just I have Scorpio in the 12th North Node Scorpio in the 12th house and an 8th house sun. Like I like the occult spooky looking stuff. So it's like if you're covered in tattoos, I'm into it.
I do wonder what occult practices Pete has like dabbled in.
Do you think he does sex magic?
For sure.
I was thinking of that earlier. So when you said that, I'm like, I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I feel like he for sure does. And I am wondering if he has ever looked at astrology or does tarot.
I think he does like psychic stuff, but thinks it's more like like every day. Like I feel like he like just gets information and then just like, oh yeah. And then people are like, what? Like, how did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he would go into work and be like, how's your son doing? And they'd be like, how'd you know my son was sick? Like, I just felt like I needed to ask. Like, something like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's very psychic and intuitive and knows how to read the undercurrents of any given situation. So, his guardian angel, by the way. So, Pete Davidson's guardian angel is the 47th angel, Asalia, who is known as the part of source consciousness that is a just judge. So earlier you were talking about judgment. That's so in correlation with his guardian angel. So this is the part of source consciousness that helps humanity acquire secret knowledge, helps the truth to be known, also helps with justice and legal proceedings, and helps humans have a character that is agreeable and humorous. And that's also Pete. Like, so
that's really interesting.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about this before on the podcast, but the purpose of judgment is really about evolution. Like, judgment in its truest form, like this is a part of the angelic frequency, judgment in its truest form is not a force of harm. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be a frequency of waking people up to what needs adjustment. Like that is the truth of judgment. So
interesting.
Yeah, also this is an angelic frequency that has a lot of correlation to helping humans understand the psychology of self.
That's totally with all the Scorpio placements.
Yes.
Okay, so his human design, he's a manifesting generator as well. I feel like a lot of these celebrities are probably going to be manifesting generators because they're just multi-hyphenate people. They have multiple passions, multiple projects, multiple things that they output and they're into. So that totally tracks. Like we've talked about the manifesting generator a lot, but it's like he's a comedian, he's a writer, he's an actor, right? Like he's known for being controversial. He's known for being funny. He's known for being serious, right? Like he has multiple things that he's interested in this lifetime. His purpose is the left angle cross of dedication. So this is the first left angle cross, right?
I think so, yeah.
That we've come across. I mean, we've only done 5 other celebrities. So
yeah,
the left angle cross is statistically less popular. It's about like 60 to 70% of the population have right angle crosses. So it is going to be less common. But it tracks very much so with his moon in the 12th house, like being and his south node in the conjunct his moon in the 12th house. Because left angle cross people, just before we get into the other part of breaking down specifically what his purpose is, left angle cross people are here to have a interpersonal destiny. So right angle cross people, like I said, most of the population is a right angle cross, are here to have a personal destiny. No matter what happens, no matter who they come in contact with, they're here to live out their destiny that is unique to them, and nothing's going to change that. They are here to create new karma. Left angle cross people are here to clean up karma for the collective. So they cannot achieve their purpose without calling in others, without interacting with others. So these people, they say, tend to be more connected to the past and be more connected to the past lives and or be more connected to the collective. And now this doesn't necessarily mean like they're feeling the pain of the collective. Sometimes it's just this instinctual understanding, this cellular level, this like very energetic level of understanding the needs of people, understanding the history of things and seeing patterns, understanding that how we are all connected and how we need to be connected in order to thrive. So it's sometimes a cellular, like unspoken connection. And yeah, so they need to interact with other people. Their destiny will remain, for the most part, the same, but it kind of like winds and weaves based on who they're working with and what they're coming in contact with, right? So I'll read the paragraph, the official paragraph for the Left Angle Cross of Dedication 2. If you have this, you're similar to Pete Davidson. You have the energy to express your I knows to the world. Your energy is driven for you to explain your insight and then leave it for others to digest. Your insight is individual, so it may take a while for it to be adapted by the rest of the group. Sometimes it will be too different for others to absorb at all. You're here to throw out these tidbits, and the rest of us will either adopt the understanding or not. So, I mean, we obviously, human design pulls from 4 ancient practices and cultures, and one of them is astrology. So there's obviously overlap, right? Like, it's very interesting. It just shows it's correct on multiple levels. We talked a lot about him needing to speak his truth despite how people receive it.
Yes.
And that he's here to evoke collective healing and change. We see that him being a left angle cross person.
Yep.
And the fact that like he has his midhaven in Aquarius, how we're like, he's here to be different, to be unique, to have this stroke of genius mentality. That's all kind of what this is talking about as well. That he's here to say, this is what we need to do from my individual perspective, or this is my opinion, or what commentary or belief I have on this topic, and you can take it or leave it. You can like me or you can hate me. It doesn't matter. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to speak my truth.
Yes, so 100%.
Yeah, but the fact that it's called dedication, it's not just speaking your truth just to be the loudest guy in the room. It's about explaining your insights. It's about sharing what you have learned or what you have gained through your individual process, through your life, and allowing others to take it as they will. And that makes sense why he's known for controversy, and it's fine, right? People are like, oh yeah, well, it's Pete Davidson, he's controversial. This is literally his purpose, is to be thought-provoking, is to share things that people may never even fully understand in their entire lifetime. You know?
Yes. But it's also for humanity's evolution. Yeah. To point these things out.
Yeah. Yeah, because it literally says he's supposed to express his stuff to the world. Yes. Like, he's literally meant to share because it's supposed to evoke some kind of shift or change or provoke a feeling, which makes him a really good actor, right? Like, he can bring to life these different perspectives or ideas or cultures or people or stories, and it will, they say, I studied art history, was one of my focuses in my major. Art provokes emotion. That's like true art, right? Is to have people make art to evoke a response in the viewer. There's this art critic, I can't remember his name. I'm not good with the details in that way, but he was saying that art evokes emotion. The art is not complete until the viewer views it. It is only complete in that moment when it is being viewed and when it is being interpreted, when it is being experienced.
The art isn't just for the artist.
Yes. That is a symbiotic relationship, speaking of merging, right? A symbiotic relationship where we won't know the full breadth of the art until we interpret it in our own mind and life and viewpoint. So I feel like that type of acting or writing that he brings to the table is very much in that vein, where it's like, I'm here to tell you what I feel from my personal experience, and then you let it land for you wherever you need it to land. whether it's good or bad, or you hate it or you love it. But that's real art, is it's evoking an emotion. If a movie makes you squirm, if a movie makes you happy, that's good,
the
right?
home will make you squirm, and it will make you fucking happy too. So.
Right? Yeah. So it's like that type of stuff is like really, I think, what brings him to that like deeper, like you're saying, that deeper meaning piece. He's leaving that with everything that he says and does.
Yes. What's his
main gift?
Yes.
Let's look it up. It's Gene Key 43. Okay. I like to use this one. Oh, the internet.
We're recording this in Mercury retrograde, so the internet has been extra slow.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I clicked on the wrong one. So, the Rebel. So, Gene Key 43 is a creative rebel. So, they wear many different costumes. They can be a poet, a lover, a mad scientist, a revolutionary, a pirate. And it's only something that they can bring to the world. That's your gift to the world, is your creative rebellion, your different hats and ways that you do it. It's very unique. The rebel is here to stay in their own truth and to take risks to shake up systems. Again, we're seeing this, right? Because the main gift in this lifetime is tied to the purpose. That's what it's one of the 4 gene keys that make up your purpose. So there's going to be a lot of similar themes here to his purpose.
That makes sense too. We didn't talk about this, but his life path is 5, which relates to the Hierophant, and the 5 is all about that, the shock, change, surprise, transformation.
He's here to shake up the system. He's here to dare to be unique, and he ignites an individual revolution in others. That's why I was saying it's very one-to-one, inspiring them to take their own risks and things. And he shows that without the change, without spontaneity, the unexpected, without danger, we cannot evolve as humanity. But more on the one-to-one level, which makes sense why he does like more like acting or writing, because it's one to many, but we receive it one-on-one, right? Like we watch and we see it from our perspective, and he's not like speaking to like a group of people at like a summit or something, you know, type of energy. It's I'm sharing this with the world, but you're receiving it as if I'm sharing it just directly with you. So the rebel has learned to wait for the penny to drop before he speaks. So he has to make space for breakthrough. He can't just keep like pushing through. It has to be in a alignment and balance at the right timing. It's really really cool. And part of the other ones, I believe, is the inventor and the translator. You can go ahead. I'll pause it.
Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna do this. Then I'll cut that. So it begins at an individual level and then empowers and influences others around him. So it's like a growing, exponential growth type of thing. So it's very interesting. And the rebel is in human design. There's these things called portals. And there's usually 4 gene keys that are like, they call them the portal guardians. So think of like a circle or a square that needs like four guards in a sense. And so the rebel is part of the sacred seal of Epiphany. So Epiphany heals the wound of rejection that keeps us from fully opening our hearts. So he's helping break down barriers and create this like individual level of connection beyond these like systems and other things that might get in the way, to live a truly romantic life where the heart never closes.
Aww.
So that makes sense why he's worked towards healing.
That's so sweet.
It definitely...
I love the connection to the heart, because if we look at Scorpio from the lens of the Tree of Life, it aligns to the 6th Sephira, which relates to the heart.
Yeah.
So that's so sweet.
That's like his purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's his main gift, right? His sun sign, his solar gift.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many other placements and things we can look at, but yeah, we don't have his exact birth time. So this one won't change the whole day. So yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. I think he still has more, for sure. I think he's only 31. Like, we're gonna see a lot, like, you know, covering Adam Sandler and Pedro Pascal. It's like 50s, you know, so they've lived 20 extra years. This man has done a lot, and we still have yet to see.
Yes, I feel like because he's willing to speak to these things that are taboo and be the sacred rebel, he is really here to awaken movements because of that.
Yeah, he's individually inspiring all of us.
Yes.
One crazy thought at a time. Yeah, I find him fascinating. That's the Scorpio allure.
Exactly.
Like,
it's magnetic.
Yeah, I'm not like he's not like one of my celebrity crushes, but it's not like, ooh, regular white man, pass. It's like, maybe I would. I don't know.
Pete, do your thing. I'm good, but
Tylen's like, most of these celebrities I will not be attracted to at all. Yeah, no, I wonder if we're covering any that I'm attracted to. I don't think so. Oh, when we do the Tron Aries one. Yeah.
Who?
Evan Peters.
Oh.
But that's because he plays a very scorpionic character. I like his character in American Horror Story. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah. That'll be fun to look into because he's talented. Yeah. So cool.
He's from the same place as my dog, Missouri. Not like I scratched my neck once and what the hell? It's like red the whole time.
Well, let us know your thoughts on Pete Davidson.
Yeah. Number 1, would you fuck him? Number 2, do you like his tattoos? Number 3, do you like his body of work? Do you like his acting, his writing, his comedy? Number 4,
what do you think of The Home?
Do you think he's gonna be a good dad?
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, we want to know, but especially number 1.
Yeah, and what did y'all think of his astrology, his human design?
Yeah, do you have a Scorpio stellium? Do you have a 12th house moon?
Do you have big dick energy?
Yes, the Scorpio stellium women, please speak up for us. I don't need to see it. Just like let me know.
Yeah.
It's for science. Honestly, this is like, you want to know what goes on in an astrologer's mind? This.
Do y'all also think that Pete is a medium, an intuitive, a shamanic
Have
guide?
you seen like an interview where he says something that we just haven't consumed or watched?
Yes.
That you're like, oh yeah, he said blah, 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 blah. Call us out.
Yeah.
Challenge me.
Yes, sip the tea with us. That's why we created this podcast.
Suddenly, we're the tea. We're just on blast all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you're dumb. You didn't watch the 75 interviews of Pete Davidson saying he's had psychic experiences.
There's only so much time in the world, y'all. So
yeah, I like pop culture, but I'm not one of those people that's like continuously consuming it.
Yes. Well, I was telling Love that this podcast is really going to challenge me to be more on the pulse of pop culture.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that I didn't even realize that he was having a baby until I like Googled his birth time to try to find it, and I was like, wait, what? He's having a baby?
Yeah. But that's like kind of niche unless you have like your Google alert or something. Like,
but you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot to keep up with.
Babies are born every day.
Pop culture, all the things. It's a lot to keep up with. But
it's a
this
lot.
Podcast is going to really challenge me to continue with that. And we want to hear from y'all, like, what are the pop culture stuff that's coming up for you that you want us to dive into? Yeah. It's funny because it's like at a time where we're like in our 30s, which is when you start to like lose touch with pop culture and like trends and things. So it's funny that we're like, let's do this podcast as we're aging out.
Like
I don't think that's true.
I feel like it's like, because when you're growing up, like you're part of the trend. Like when you're like in high school,
Yeah.
you're on top of all the trends, and then when you're in your 20s, you're like, you have a lot of energy and time,
Yeah.
and you're like into it. You want to dress trendy, and it's like when you get 30, you're like, fuck that shit. Like I need to live my life. I need to lock in. You know? You have markets, right?
I do.
So for those who have markets in human design, we tend to be on trend and seasonal. So just
Yeah.
naturally, I will say that. I've always
Yeah.
been like, ooh, for like 6 months,
Yeah.
and then the trend comes out. And I'm like, or like right when the trend happens, like the calico hair, I did that. I dyed my hair white right before everyone dyed their hair white, dyed my hair blue right before everyone dyed their hair blue. Like it was like kind of interesting.
Yeah. I feel like no matter how old you are, it's always fascinating to learn about people, culture, situations. Maybe that is the markets in our human design.
It is.
But
because Frankie's like, I don't give a shit.
I don't think you age out of it.
I think you do.
I feel like, I mean,
Do you know Gen Z lingo?
I'm young at heart. Yeah, I got aura. Right?
You would know the one that's like spiritual. I got aura. I bet Pete Davidson has really good riz.
Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah.
He's already having a baby with this woman.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, if he got Kim Kardashian, but I don't know how hard she is to get, to be honest. She's a Libra, so.
When I was doing the research, I saw an article that said she wasn't happy hearing about the baby news. I'm like,
did you think you were gonna get back with him?
I'm
Was he the
like-
one? She's probably like, no, I'll never get that dick again.
Right? Does
Fuck.
Scorpionic energy have the same level of intensity that you talk about with Aries placements of like, damn, like no one else did it like them, and
Maybe in the sex way, but not the loving that way, for sure. Because they're so Mars ruled.
yeah,
Like people lust after them.
exactly.
I feel like
That's what-
maybe she like has like a little like
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock that memory from that time that we had sex together and like replay it when I masturbate type of thing. Like I think
Yeah.
it's like that where it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
I've never had anything hotter done to me
Yeah.
before. Like I think it's like that.
yeah.
Like
This
it's like
is
they
why
choke
we
you.
think you're a little kinkster, Pete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was very sexual.
I didn't think we were going to go so deep into his past lives, but I mean, he is an old soul, so it makes sense that we went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now that we know you on a soul level, let us know. What's the birth time for real?
Pete, give it to us.
This taken out of
Yeah.
context is going to be so inappropriate.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Pete. Give it to me.
Yes, Pete.
Let
Okay.
me see it.
Yeah. That big dick energy.
It's the birth time. I need to see it.
All right. Thanks for sipping on the celestial tea with us, y'all.
Yeah, take a sip. Yeah, it's real good. The celestial tea is real sexy.
Yeah. So we will see you next time. I think we're getting into Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. I love me
Yeah.
some Pamela Anderson. I'm excited to look at her chart.
Yeah.
And I think we have a birth times. Maybe.
I haven't looked into it yet.
I put it
but-
in the Excel. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like a funny spy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun watch for sure.
Yeah.
I would rewatch it.
Yeah, it's like one of those feel good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like not intense to watch. You're like, sure, put it on.
Even The Home, I was saying, like, after I watched it, I was like, when this movie comes out, I feel like it is going to be a cult classic. Like, Pete killed this role, so we'll see how it does and what y'all think of it. But yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, we're going to go up back into the cosmos and then we'll come back down to just spill all the tea again.
All the tea.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Celestial Tea Podcast.
If you enjoyed our hot takes and breakdowns, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you stream, share with your friends and fam, and follow us on all the socials.
Let us know if there is a pop culture icon or a phenomenon that you want us to look at next. Tune in next week for another piping hot cup of celestial tea. Cute.